Boridar or Pronoundar, every pony. This is BronyDan. It's not original, but you try coming up with reality these days. Trixie is probably one of the most overrated characters in the entire series. I have never got what is so appealing about her. She's an arrogant, self-opinionated, egotistical, attention-seeking little ball of annoyance. I know people have used these comments on Rainbow Dash, but at least Rainbow has some redeeming qualities. Maybe I would understand it if her episodes were good, but they're not. Ghostbusters fails due to everyone being out of character and its conflicting morals, whereas Magic Duel has the problem of most Season 3 episodes. Interesting concept, but botched and rushed resolution. Well, now after nearly 4 years, let's see if we can get some character development out of her with No Second Prances. We start the episode off with Twilight trying to teach Starlight Glimmer a new friendship lesson. With cutlery. Twilight, people tend to hate it if you try and force a moral into a situation where it's not needed. Apparently, Princess Celestia is coming to dinner to check on the progress that Starlight Glimmer has been making under Twilight's guidance. But Twilight drops a bombshell on Starlight, saying that to prove how well things are going, she needs to make a new friend. Well, if any pony can help, it's Pinkie Pie. With Mrs. Cake.
Are you baking? Can I help? Wowza! Are you trying to put me out of business with your fancy magic opinion? What's a cake?
Jeez, what the hell, Mrs. Cake? Starlight makes you a perfectly good cake, and you call her out on it because you're afraid it'll run you out of business? You're the only shop that sells these kind of confectionaries. She isn't going to go set up her own Greggs down the road. Hire her! So after some fairly weak assistance from the rest of the main six, Starlight decides to head over to the spa where she sparks a conversation with some pony, and if you paid attention to my rant earlier, you'll know who it is.
She's great! Great! She's powerful! Powerful? She's... Hello, princess. Trixie?
Yep, Starlight Glimmer has made friends with Trixie, and Twilight doesn't seem to be impressed. That's a face that says, I'ma snap your muzzle if you're not out of my house in 5 seconds.
I know I said make friends with any pony, but, well, with Trixie's past and your past, I'm not so sure she's the best first friend. But whatever she did, you've forgiven her, right? Of course. It's just, she wasn't the nicest pony.
So, wait, you're being suspicious and untrusting of Trixie because she tried to beat you under the influence of a powerful magical amulet, and yet you were able to forgive Starlight on the spot, despite the fact that she was pretty much intent on destroying the fabric of space and time.
I'm sorry, I'm allergic to bullshit.
So it turns out that Trixie is mainly back in Ponyville in order to perform her new stage show.
The humble and penitent Trixie's Equestrian Apology Tour.
Ain't that a mouthful of molasses?
It's a working title!
Can you keep a secret? What are friends for?
Have you noticed that my horn is slightly longer than everybody else's? It's not just the males who can use Viagra. No, she confesses that all the things she did was so that she could be better than Twilight. Well, to be fair, Trixie, you could be a saint compared to Twilight in this episode. Yeah, throughout this entire episode, Twilight is trying to break up this seamlessly harmless friendship that Starlight has just because she doesn't approve of Trixie and her background. This is sounding like What About Discord from last season! Honestly, Twilight, I don't think you should be the princess of friendship if you're going to go around assuming every character that you had a scuffle with in the past is not worthy of being good. Just leave Trixie and Starlight to perform their Hoofdini magic trick that doesn't really make any sense, which I will explain why in a bit. Unfortunately, the time of the show is coincidentally at the same time as the dinner with Celestia. Well, obviously, Starlight will now have to go to Twilight and perhaps make a suggestion of having the magic show in the castle, thus showing Celestia that she has made a friend under her guidance and, no, just snub them both, making Twilight look like a jerk in front of Celestia and leaving her with a room full of complete strangers. Brains! Use them! Well, Twilight finds Starlight and Trixie, pretty much showing that she never trusted Trixie, which makes Trixie show that she pretty much made Starlight her friend just so she could beat Twilight.
I should have known. No pony else in Ponyville wanted to be my friend. Why would you?
Wait! It's not like that! I am your friend.
Well, now that Trixie has lost her friend, she pretty much attempts suicide on stage. Wait, what? No, I'm not trying to make a joke. She is literally prepared to canonize herself into a manticore's mouth and get eaten, all because she lost a friend. The show got incredibly dark all of a sudden. But of course, Starlight manages to arrive and helps Trixie with the trick, and it's sure I explain why this trick doesn't make sense to me. First of all, why does Trixie need some pony else to teleport her out of the Manticore's stomach when we have seen that she is capable of teleporting herself? Also, magic and teleportation is common knowledge in Equestria and is pretty much a basic thing for all unicorns. Even if she did do it on her own, nobody should be that surprised because they'll just go, oh, she just teleported out. It would probably be more shocking if Houdini was an Earth pony, thus making the trick much more interesting. But he's a unicorn, so this trick really shouldn't fool anyone. And so Twilight manages to apologize and forgive Trixie and Starlight's decision as Celestia gives my own feelings. Yeah, that's about right. Oh man, was this episode a chore. I will admit I like the friendship between Starlight and Trixie because it is believable because of their past, but everything else was just a drag. Twilight came off as really unlikable in this episode. The resolution and trick, as I explained, wasn't thought out enough. Motivations were just all over the place. This whole episode is like a magic trick. You may need to have a suspension of disbelief in order to sit through it. This is BronyDan saying, sorry, I'm still not fussed on Trixie as a character.
Yes, I get by with a little help from my friend, with a little help from my friend.